like to tell everyone I appreciate you all coming here. I'm very thankful that you all took the time out of your day to come visit Veternation, support Gabrielle, in my crazy adventures sometimes, because I know I have a lot of them and sometimes they're out of the norm. Before I get started, I do want to introduce my husband. This is Wayne Saunders. He's the, yes.
Man behind the curtain.
He's even more tired of me. So, but I do want to let you all know a little bit about Veternation before we get started. So Veternation is a 3-year nonprofit organization. We started in 2019. Our goal and our mission was to assist veterans in need. Part of the veterans that we have that are in need are very low income, not a lot of education, and they don't know the resources that are available to them. A lot of our veterans are used to only going to Fayetteville. A lot of our veterans really aren't even aware of the Sanford here in Sanford Lee County. So that's just a quick little spiel. I don't know what else I can say. I guess some of the case, I guess what we do, sorry. Some of the services that we do offer, we do a lot of community outreach. So what that means, we go into the community, literally we go into the warehouses, we go into the shelters, we drive veterans who don't have means of transportation. Some of them are even immobile at all, like can hardly walk. We deal with the veterans who don't even have access to food every day. And we go to them and teach them and help them understand the resources available to them. We help veterans regardless of their discharge type. We don't discriminate against what they have going on. And the reason behind that is there are other programs that are going to stop veterans from having access to things that they need. We're not going to do that. Part of our community outreach that we do a mobile vet clinic. So we bring all of this building out into the field. We set up, we've helped veterans with their disability claims. We've helped veterans apply for like assistance, like either rental assistance, food stamp assistance, things like that for food insecurities, as well as help veterans with employment. Even if that means we have to go to the job interview with them, give them a prep talk, let them prepare, kind of run things back, and then even help them follow up. Because a lot of veterans, they have they're great. They have an untapped resource. They just need a way to express that to those who they're not used to seeing every day.
That's right. Untapped potential.
Yes, untapped potential. So that's a little bit of what we do. Like I told you, some of our services are veteran food boxes because of our wonderful partnership. We do like community outreach with our mobile shower, which you all will see as well. So that's a little bit about Veternation. I'm gonna point to why you all are here. So the point of everyone being here today is we are starting a veteran transitional program. There's not one here in Sanford or Lee County. One of the perks about the veteran housing program is we don't discriminate against, like I told you earlier, the discharge type. We allow veterans to stay here. There is obviously program fees, but while they're living in our program, they are required to go to school to receive a certificate or certification through Carolina Central Community College through the Veterans Upward Bound program. We allow veterans to work if they're able to, because some veterans need to focus on their education versus employment, so it's kind of a case-by-case situation. Our veterans will live here for 8 months. At the 8-month mark, they do have to go before a review board if they need the additional 3. And part of that review board, it's a collective group of community individuals. So it's not just Veternation, it's not people that they're not used to seeing, it's a group of individuals who will come together and decide, does this veteran need the additional 3 months? Because this program is designed, structure and discipline. You're here, you have goals to make. There are a lot of people making sure you're on that path. Veterans Upward Bound program, when you go through their program, they provide you with advisors. They provide you with tutoring skills, and they also allow veterans, if they don't have access to a computer, they have a laptop loaner program. So we need to ensure that our veterans are able to succeed like we know they will. But at the 8-month mark, if they're not where we think that they should be hitting their milestone that they set for themselves, because it is a collaborative effort to hit milestone, to develop their plan, then we have to decide, will the extra 3 months help you, or are you not ready for this type of program? And we're not going to, again, we're not re-pushing a veteran out of the housing program. It's to decide, is this program right for them? Do we need to adjust our program? Do we need to make maybe smaller steps so that they can achieve their end result? So that's the point of our program here. We're in this building, we're allowed to house 6 veterans, and that is due to open December of this year. Yes.
Right around the corner.
Yes. They're giving some people some houses, home, a bed to sleep in for Christmas. So
That's
we're excited.
wonderful.
Yes, yes.
That's wonderful.
So, I think, okay, everything is in the house. Well, it's a house, so we obviously have a kitchen. Veterans, they don't have to pay for food. They have access, those who will qualify will have, the food stamps, and they do work, obviously, but they'll have access to the food stamp program if they need it. And then with our connections or partnerships with the food bank, veterans don't have to, like I said, come out of pocket for food. Food is provided for them. They have to cook themselves. Access, obviously, to the living room out here, and then we have, like I said, 3 rooms and a shower and a half bath area. So, yeah.
Do you all provide counseling services as well?
To a certain extent, we assist veterans with understanding the resources available to them, but we're not obviously licensed counseling in that such. But because we use a platform called NC Care 360 through Unite Us, yes.
Very familiar.
Yes, ma'am. We're able to connect veterans with certain resources that aren't available in-house. There's a couple of programs or a few other nonprofit organizations that we do work with that veterans, even though we don't provide it here, it's partnerships where they can receive certain things
Right.
at other nonprofit organizations.
And I imagine if you all kind of encourage them and kind of make that connection, there's trust there. So if you feel like it's a good organization for them, they're more willing to participate as well because they see you all as trusted kind of advisors on this.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we have gained a lot of trust. Some of the places I've been, we're doing community outreach. It allowed me to go in places that I usually would never see. It makes you it humble. It does. It makes you realize that, hey, for example, a shower. We have access to a shower every day. We turn this water on for 15 minutes before we even get in, and and then. But yeah, things like that. It just makes you really appreciative of what you have, and then being able to give that out to the community as well. I'll talk a little bit more about the shower when we go out there, but this is Veternation. This is our housing program. So.
Gabby, I've never asked you for sure. I've always assumed that you're a veteran.
Yes.
And that's where your passion for this comes
Yes.
in. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience and your history?
Yes. So I do have veteran status. I'm currently in the Army Reserve. I am a staff sergeant, so that's E6. So with that being said, I've been in the Army 14 years. 15. Okay. And honestly, that's where the passion came from. I do HR, which is administrative. Yeah. And I've come across countless soldiers who don't know, they don't want to come to drill. And then units are so quick to say, oh, well then just, get them out the Army. But then when you take a moment to actually call them and figure out, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Right. You realize wife was diagnosed with cancer, kids are sick,
Sure.
They don't make enough money to even come to drill. Drill check is like $300 for 2 days. They're not doing it. So sometimes being able to just kind of get on people's level and understand them as a whole soldier, not just the 2-day person, the person we see for 2 days out the month. Yeah. But that was 14 years of seeing and those are the ones currently serving in the reserve. So 14 years seeing those individuals not know that they have access to other resources but outside of the military, there are thousands of programs that help veterans with, for example, all right, anyways, that help veterans with, for example, flights. If a veteran is overseas and they want to come home for Christmas, there's organizations that help with that so that they can be home for their family. Yeah. There's a rental assistance program for veterans, and you don't have to be active duty. There are some that will help while you're in the reserve as well. So, and a lot of people, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. And for me, I like to, once I receive the information, I try to push it out as fast as I receive it. And then to me, it's like, you teach them, hey, this is where you can find this program. And then you go as far as showing them how to apply, because I'm not doing it for you. I will help you understand what's on the paperwork, because words get confusing really fast. But we help them understand what they're filling out so that they can later on, if they need other assistance or if they know another soldier, veteran, or whatever the branch is, they can show them how to receive that resource as well.
That's fantastic.
Thank you so much for bringing that resource center here to our community. That's amazing.
Thank you. I don't know. I think that's it. Okay. All
Show
right.
us the
So,
big
yeah, okay,
picture.
I didn't know at what point I could do this. So,
You can do it.
yes, the only thing that I ask is, the media, we don't want the address released yet, and that's because everything's good to go, clear, we just don't want the address released right now. So, the reason for everyone being here is, so this is our big project. We will be acquiring the Simmons building with Miss Knotts, so that is in the process. And the wonderful thing about this building is her father was also a veteran too. So we were sitting on the S3 call, we were talking about homelessness and everyone that represents veterans, and I started talking about another property and they were like, no, yeah, we don't think that'll work. And this property came up. So one day I walked over to Ms. Knotts. I know she's probably like, who is this girl? And I pitched an idea of potential veteran housing here in Sanford. Yes. Here in Sanford. And when we sat down and talked about it, I said, this is a program I would like to be 2 years. 2 years, a veteran can come in, again, regardless of their discharge type. And within the program, not only will they have obviously like a room to themselves, we also have emergency shelter as well. Because a lot of times, veterans, even homeless in general, we discover them on like a Thursday or Friday. And there's not many resources out there, especially with the way lottery beds and a lot of, housing issues, to discover where we can put those veterans at. So part of this project is to have emergency housing as well. But I'm gonna speak more about this one. And one more on this one here. So this property on Wall Street allows us to house a tentatively 30 veterans. This building does have 52 rooms, full-size rooms, where we would be able to have obviously up to 52, but with renovations, remodeling, we're gonna downsize some of it, clear out some space, because we do want an area where veterans can receive in-house counseling, group therapy, things like that, through with the VA coming and providing their resources or outside agency. One thing that I've noticed about our veteran community is there's a disconnect between parenthood and being homeless. There's no reason a veteran should have to say, I can either have a place to stay or I can't see my children. And that's one of my big things about this building is in the back we plan to have a small child care like center. So that those who are required, obviously supervised visitation, we understand that, or just a space where, yes, you are going through a transition, but you shouldn't have to be, you shouldn't have to sit around other people. You should be able to have a clean environment, a fun environment with you and your kids to focus during that moment on being a mom and a dad and being a family. As I stated, the rooms, there are 52 rooms. For the veterans, obviously we'll have washer and dryer units as well. And again, the program will be a total of, at minimum, 24 months. When people ask, how do you fund a program like this? There are funding through the VA through grant and per diem, so that veterans don't have to pay a fee to stay here. This way, the veterans can live here for 2 years. And then during that 2-year time, there is, you can do stuff like envelope system, things like that, where they save up their own money to, eventually move out on their own. But this is the big project, and this is what we're doing. Yes, so.
One thing, Gabby, you've done so much with the tangible things, that, a bedroom, a shower, a kitchen, all those things, like you say, we take for granted. But especially when you were talking about the area for the parents and the children to spend time together, that just maintains those people's dignity and stuff. And to me, that's the crowning touch right there. Yeah, you're to be congratulated.
Oh, thank you.
You can see that vision coming to life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's not an empty building.
Do you have
It's great. It's great.
a time limit on when this is gonna be ready? Is it
We are thinking it's gonna be a total of a full 5-year project is what we tentatively picture. We are wanting to do, the building is a upside left. We would like to do it in phases. That way veterans can, one, it's a little bit less time consuming of a project, and two, we can actually start housing veterans a lot sooner as we work on the whole building. So, but totally turnkey ready, full house of individual veterans, 5 years.
I think there's also another reason for all of you all being here. I'm Angela Boykin, I know, and I am the VP of Government Operations for Blue Cross North Carolina. And one of the most incredible parts of my job is that I get to learn about things like this and meet folks like you all. One of the things that's so important from a Blue Cross perspective is that we're not going to stop in the state of North Carolina until healthcare is better for all. And a part of healthcare is dignity and safety and making sure that people have a place to go and they can sleep and they can feel confident that they've got people wrapping around them and loving them and giving them what they need, even if it's just that little thing or the big thing. And without people like you and all of you doing what you're doing and your support that you all provide, everyone in this area, we know it's not possible. And so we know that North Carolina is 100 counties, and each county taking care of itself and taking care of the folks that live in it, and with people like you, that's what makes the difference, and that's what's going to move the needle forward so that veterans like yourselves and people who sacrificed so much for us, and they didn't have to. My dad was in the Army, my two uncles were in the Army, and one of the things they taught us growing up is that this is a volunteer, with the exception of Vietnam and the draft, which is what happened to my uncles. This is volunteer, and this is something that you all do out of the goodness and kindness of your heart and desire to serve us and care for us. And so we need to do more, and we need to be able to help. And so with that, and I want you to see it first, so everybody else, we're going to let her see it first.
We'll turn around.
I'm good. All right, please.
All right, let's make sure we give it to her in the right way.
Can I walk in front of you
There
for a
you
minute?
go.
Can I walk
There
in
you
front
go.
of you
You
for
all-
a minute?
We have this for you. So everybody else in a second, but we want you all to
I'm
react
not
to
gonna
it
cry. I've
first.
been practicing, Doc. Come on.
You ready?
All right, ready?
Open your eyes.
Whoa!
Okay, turn it around, turn it around. I've always wanted a big check like that. Oh, congratulations.
I didn't know this.
Oh.
So we are excited for you all to have this. It was, and by the way, Karen and Yukasta and our FPT team, Myron and
Yeah,
Kim,
thank you.
they are the heartbeats that make all this happen. They bring these things to my attention, and I'm so thankful for them, because sometimes if they did make these things known and tell us about it, we might not know. And you should cry, bless your heart,
Oh.
because it's you. You have done all this, and you deserve it. You all deserve this, and this is so exciting. And we're going to come back, and we're going to watch it, and we can't wait to see all the things come back.
Oh, yay, that's so exciting.
I'm good. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
We're excited for
Oh,
you.
me too. But thank you. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
We're going to make sure you got plenty of
No
pictures on the
problem.
check. That's
Oh,
right.
no,
I was
no,
going to
we gotta do
say.
that.
Oh.
But I did want to show you. Thank you.
Yes.
But I do want to show you all the
We
mobile
want to see
showers.
it.
Well,
Yes,
ma'am.
absolutely.
Okay. And then,
Absolutely.
all right. Oh, look at this. I want my mobile.
Take
My mom's on the
take that to the
birthday,
bank.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, good. Okay.
Take us and show us the other side.
Yes. Okay, so everyone just go out, like, out.
Oh, do you want to do it now, or?
You want, yeah, I got to go.
Oh, yeah, y'all gotta go. Let's do
I'm
that.
Rebecca Salmon, Mayor of the City of Sanford, and I just want to give a huge congratulations to Veternation for a phenomenal day for their organization and for our community. This donation from Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to have huge community impact for our veterans for the years to come. And I just couldn't be more proud of the heart and the service and the dedication that everyone is bringing to make sure that everyone in our community has a dignified quality of life and feels hope and purpose. And I just wish all the best, and I can't wait to see the progress in the future.
Hi, I'm Angela Boykin. I'm the VP of Government Operations for Blue Cross North Carolina, and I am so excited to be with my team here in Sanford and to be at Veternation and to be able to be part of something that is so incredible. There are so many people who are part of this, and it's going to be so exciting to see what happens next and watch this grow in Sanford.
At Blue Cross, we believe very seriously and sincerely that it is so important to do things like this to support those who have served us and to make sure that they not only have dignity, but that they also have comfort and support, and that we are wrapping around them as an organization to say thank you for all the incredible things that they have done for us, because we know that we wouldn't be here had they not served and done what they've done for us. And so we are so thankful to be able to have this opportunity and excited to watch it grow. And we look forward to coming back and hearing the stories that have been impacted, the lives that have been impacted as a result of this work today. Thank you for letting us be here.
Good afternoon. My name is Wayne Saunders, and this is Gabrielle Saunders. We are the CEO and co-founders of Veternation, Inc. Veternation, Inc. is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping our impoverished veterans through community outreach and engagement. Today, we were afforded the opportunity to receive a check from Blue Cross Blue Shield in the presence of our city council members and mayors and different organizations within the community to help support my wife's vision onto building a dream home transition housing for veterans. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I just would like to emphasize again, thank you for all those who have stuck by the side of Veternation. We are a 3-year-old nonprofit organization located on 223 Wicker Street in downtown Sanford. Without you all, none of this would be possible. Without the countless organizations and countless individuals here, none of this would be possible. I want to say, if you are a veteran in need of services, please reach out to us. Our website is www.veternation.org. If you're a veteran in need, if you're a veteran not in need, just reach out to us so that we can bring more veteran services here to Lee County. Thank you.
Lastly, but not least, all this would not be possible without the help of our friends, family, and co-workers. This has been a project that has been going on for many months, many days, many nights, many hours. And the people behind the scenes are the ones who make that possible. People like Jay, RG, Albert, who is a board member, and everybody that puts their hand, Martez, Miss Deidre, Miss Debbie, Mr. Charles. You know, it's too many names to list, because we are a mighty force together that was able to put this together. And if it was not for them, we probably still be remodeling today. So I thank you all. I thank you all.
Yes, indeed.